It's Totem Tuesday. It's Totem Tuesday. These are the Totem Wars, brother. Aloha GDM family and fans. Welcome back to Griffin Soul DIECAST Motorsports and the Totem Wars. Before we get to today's action, I have to address a few errors that took place last episode. First, Alex Blaze won his Guardian Challenge, but I grabbed the wrong DSR car and Jabo Shelby ended up racing against 10th placed Ragin' Ricky. I didn't catch it at all. Jabo had to point it out to me. So mahalo, Jabo, for that, brother. While I was sorting that out, I also noticed that I did not have the drivers in their proper ranks on the totem chart. That was the easier fix of the two issues. To resolve the issue of Alex getting his shot at the totem, we had to get the totem drivers to race all day into the sunset. Not just once down the OMR, but 3 times. The second time is a shakedown to give the drivers a chance to make a move before the next challenger, which will be Alex Blaze. The reason I have to do it like this is because this episode was already in editing before I was informed of the error of Alex's race. So today, you're getting an extra long episode, starting off with the Guardian Challenge and the Totem Challenge per usual. But then we're going into a Totem Driver Shakedown, and we'll wrap it all up with Alex Blaze's Challenge of the Totem Ranks. Let's get the party started by meeting our first challenger and their Guardian opponent. Up first is my mom of Reina 21 Racing, driving a Lamborghini Scion FKP 37, weighing 51.2 grams. She's facing off against Izzy Goen of the Azure Dynasty, driving Smokescreen, a Nissan Leaf Nismo RC02, weighing 60 grams. Let's drop the green and let the fates fall where they may. Here we go. My mom kicking it off on the inside. Izzy starting on the outside. And there's the green for the first race of this trifecta of totem drivers. Whoa, and we just had a wipeout by Izzy going through crater corners. My mom seems a little bit slow, kind of sluggish, but she's getting to that finish line. And she got there first. That's what matters. See what happened. Oh, catches the barrier right there on the wall as it goes into the open track. And that was the end of Izzy's race. Race 2, we switched lanes. My mom's on the outside. She can earn her totem challenge if she wins this one right here. But it's Izzy out to lead through crater corners. Oh, my mom spun out going into the pipeline. Izzy has a real big lead right now. Going down Leaky Road through the cavern, turn down the final straight, and that will be Izzy's race. And my mom is parked on the dragon spine. Alright, Izzy had the fastest time. My mom's got her work cut out for her here on the outside lane in the tiebreaker. She takes the lead going into crater corners, but Izzy takes over, leading down the pipeline. Through Calamity Corners. Mom's giving chase. Izzy got loose. Mom's on his bumper. Izzy's first through the cavern turn and across the line. Oh! And a little kiss for a no thank you from my mom. Our second challenger is Sidekick Sandy of Rick's Diecast Racing, driving Crimson Comet, a Corvette C7 Z06, weighing 52.8 grams. Her opponent is Parker Lane of the Azure Dynasty in Windcharger, a 2020 Koenigsegg Jesko, weighing 58.6 grams. It's time to drop it and let them rock it. Sidekick Sandy, a long-time challenger here at the Totem Wars. This is her 3rd season. She's due for a break. Let's see if she can make one for herself. She takes the lead through Crater Corners, leading down the pipeline into Calamity Corners. Takes a good line down Leaky Leaky Road. Being chased by that Jesco, but too late. Sidekick Sandy's going to take that first race. Switching lanes for race 2. Parker Lane on the inside. Can Sidekick pull out a second win from the outside? She's fender to fender with him, but falls behind now as they go into Calamity Corners, bumper to bumper. And Parker got a little breakaway there going down Leaky Leaky Road, but right there, oh, good charge, but too late. And we're going to race 3. Sidekick Sandy had the faster time of those 2 laps. She's got the P1 position. There they go. Door to door. Oh, now Sandy has the lead. Oh, and back to door again down the pipeline. And Parker Lane lost it going into Calamity Corners. He's doing his impression of a lava cake. Ooh, and Sandy came in there a little hot. Maybe she thought Parker was still behind her. But no, there's Parker right there. Turtle. Alright, and it's time for the Totem Driver Challenge. Sidekick Sandy earned her ticket, starting in the P1 position, but she's got to get past Alex Blaze. Or I'm sorry, J-Bo. Those 2 cars are almost identical. They're not the same make, but the paint job is really confusing. But anyway, Sandy is leading down the final straight, and she won. And that's going to knock J-Bo out of the ranks. Now Sidekick Sandy is going to try her skill against Ragin' Ricky from Oregon Outcast DIECAST. Oh, and she takes the lead in the Crater Corners. She's leading down the pipeline through Calamity Corners. Ragin' Ricky. Oh, and she wipes out on the Dragon Spine before the Temple turn. Oh, she had that. That was all Sidekick up until that moment. But I know Ragin' Ricky is very happy to get that pass. Just lost it. Looked like a blown tire possibly. Went sideways, got up on the curb, and smacko into the outcropping. And now we got Ragin' Ricky going up against Simon Blaine for the next position on the totem. There's the green. There they go. Door to door down the divided straight. Simon pulls out ahead. Oh! And Ragin' Ricky bounced up on top of the back of Simon's car. And Simon has the lead now. And they're both looking a little worse for wear. Going down Leaky Road. Ooh. There they are at the finish line. Simon's going to win that one and hold on to his rank. Ragin' Ricky takes over that 10th place. Boom, right there. Let's slow that down. Gets up on the wall right there. Jumps up on the back side of Simon's Subaru. And now Simon's going to try to take on Racing Rick from Rick's DIECAST. There they go. Door to door through Crater Corners. But it's Simon who takes the lead going into Calamity Corners. Got slowed down there. I don't see Rick. Oh, Rick just crashed out back there. Didn't see exactly what happened, but he is done. Simon wins. And that's going to knock Racing Rick down a notch on the Totem. And there he sits. Alright, Simon's going to try his luck against Dr. Z. Dr. Z's been on a tear these past few weeks. All up in them Totem ranks. And he takes the lead through Crater Corners and leading down the pipeline. Got to bounce off the wall right there. But he's still rolling. And I'm sorry about the views, but oh, what happened? He hit the wall and he got slowed up. Got stuck on the wall there for a minute. Manages to get free, but too late as Simon crossed that finish line. But Dr. Z was not ready to give up. But unfortunately, that's going to cost him a spot on the Totem. Simon's seeing a little favor from the mountain. How long is that going to last? As he's up against Suki Kyoto and Treadpool. Down the divided straight they go. Suki takes the lead in Crater Corners. And now leading down the pipeline in Calamity Corners. Going across the Dragon Spine around the Temple Turn, down Leaky Leaky Road, and through the Cavern Turn, and across the finish line. Oh, it sounds like Simon ran into some bad juju. Indeedly he do. He got turned around up there on Leaky Leaky Road. Coming down backwards into the Cavern Turn is not how you do it, especially going that slow. And he turtled. Simon Blaine, Lava Cake. Oh, now Suki's got to go up against the embattled and embittered Priestess. Door to door down the divided straight. Suki takes the lead. Down the pipeline as Priestess spun out. Priestess is backwards now, and Suki is gone. She says, "Thank you. I'll take that, and see you later." Priestess finishes, but about 2 seconds too late. And the Queen falls down another notch. And here's our rivalry of the Totem, at least one of them. Suki going up against Morgan Stark. These two been going at it since first grade. Suki takes the lead down the pipeline through Calamity Corners. Morgan a distant chase. Suki getting loose a little bit there on the final straight, but she makes it across the finish line. And, oh, crap! I think that was a little angry love right there from Morgan. T-Bone and Suki. Well, now Suki's going to go after the number 2 ranked variant. Let's see what she's got for that Kodachrome Jumeirah. So far, she's in the lead, going down the pipeline, leading through Calamity Corners. Oh! Variant got on her bumper and caused her to spin out. And now she's crashed out. And Variant was able to get around her coming out of the Cavern Turn. Holy crikeys. That's the end of her mountain favor. Oh, came in hot and high on that wall. And Variant just gives her a little nudge right there. Says, "Excuse me, please. I have a race to win. Thank you for crashing out." Turtle, turtle, lava cake. Variant looking to get his number 1 spot back. He's got to take out Thunder Girl in order to do it. And he takes the lead down the divided straight into Crater Corners. Oh, and Thunder Girl wipes out. And that's going to end her chance to defend her spot. And Variant in the Kodachrome Jumeirah is going to run that one all the way home. That was a shame. These two have been going back and forth the past few weeks with that 1 and 2 position. This time, it's Variant's turn. It's time for a Totem Driver Shakedown. The Totem drivers are next, starting with our 10th ranked driver. Let's see if any of them can make a move up the Totem ranks before Alex Blaze comes for them. Here we go. We got the number 10 Sidekick Sandy going against number 9 Raging Ricky. In the crater corners, door to door. That's scary. Oh, and she just pinched out Raging Ricky into the wall. And she is gone. She ain't looking back. She knows what she did. Ooh, dirty, dirty Sandy. But it got her to win. And she's going to take over that rank, knocking Raging Ricky down a notch on the Totem. Look at this. Pinch. Oh, right into the checkpoint marker. Almost flips him over. I was surprised he was able to keep going. But he did. And now Sandy's going up against her teammate, Racing Rick. 2 Corvettes, 2 teammates. And it's Sidekick Sandy leading through crater corners and now down the pipeline, but Racing Rick is right on her rear end. She gets a little separation there going over the Dragon's Spine and down the final straight. And Sidekick Sandy is gonna knock another Totem driver down. Ooh, Rick comes in with a little bumper kiss there at the end. And it's another battle of the vets, this time Sidekick Sandy against Dr. Z. This should be good. Dr. Z has a very fast, as you can see, machine right there. He takes the lead down the pipeline through Calamity Corners. Oh, they got together there. And that slowed Sidekick down. Dr. Z will take that separation to a win. And that's going to hold Sandy in place and give Dr. Z a chance to move on up again. But he's going to have to get past Simon Blaine, and who took him out last time. Let's see if revenge is sweet. He takes the lead through crater corners, cuts to the outside, down the pipeline. Simon falling behind. Simon just skidded out. I don't know if he's still rolling or not. I didn't hear a crash. And blazing Dr. Z across that finish line. And Simon says, yep, you stalled out in Calamity Corners. Dr. Z trying to keep that momentum going. He's got to go against Priestess. Very, very angry Totem driver. He takes the lead into crater corners and down the pipeline. Priestess not too far behind, but she's looking a little loose and shaky. Dr. Z down through the cavern turn and across that finish line, and indeed, Priestess is going to drop another rank as Dr. Z continues to climb up the Totem. How far can he go? Morgan Stark is going to let us know in about 10 seconds or less. As they're down the divided straight. Dr. Z. Oh, Morgan hit the outer wall right there. That definitely put a kink in her race. As she's nowhere in sight now, and Dr. Z's racing down to the finish line. Easy breezy. There is Morgan. She did come in. Gives him a little love tap in the rear end. Dr. Z seemed to get a little faster on that one. And now he's going against his rival, the lady who's been knocking him down, Suki Kyoto. And it's Dr. Z with the lead, going into the pipeline. Oh, gets up on the wall. Suki catches up, gets on his bumper, and she crashes out. Oh my goodness. took all her momentum away, and she rolls it as Dr. Z rolls across the finish line for another victory. And there is Suki doing her impression of a lava cake. Dr. Z going against the number 2 Wildcat, driven by Thunder Girl, and Dr. Z takes the lead in Crater Corners, leading down the pipeline. Oh, Thunder Girl got up on the wall, and that's slowing her down. Dr. Z flying to the finish line. Oh, no, he's not. The fence said no. No, it said. Yeah, nah. El Smackaroony. We're definitely going to look at this one again. Oh, straight into that fence. That fence said, "Thank you. You're out." Thunder Girl said thank you as well as she flies on by, able to keep her position and go after that number 1 variant from Variant Skunkworks. Thunder Girl and Chase Family Racing and Variant have been trading off this 1 and 2 for so long. Seemed like the only 2 that have been up there for quite a while. Thunder Girl leading the way. Oh, Variant gets stuck on the wall. Lost control. And he's done. And Thunder Girl's going to take back that number 1 spot. These are the Totem Wars, brother. And here we go. It's the Totem Wars Trifecta. Once more into the breach. You said you ain't had enough racing yet? Well, here you go. Racing island style. Alex Blaze on the inside, going up against Raging Ricky. Oh, smack! He got caught on that barrier going onto the open straight, and Alex is coasting with no worries across that finish line, and that's going to knock Raging Ricky out of the totem. Bam smackarini. Wow. Inside or outside, that barrier is dangerous going into the open straight. You better keep a straight line coming out of that divided highway. Woo! All right, Alex Blaze going up against Racing Rick. Dog Squad Racing. Oh, Racing Rick had a big lead there going down divided straight. Leading down the pipeline now, but he's got Alex right on his bumper. Oh, and he gets loose. Oh, I heard a pop and a clunk. And there's a crash, and both cars stall out in the Temple turn. What the what? Well, that's the end of their run. We're going to move on to the next 2. That's going to be Sidekick Sandy going up against Simon Blaine. Sidekick Sandy takes the lead through Crater Corners and leading down the pipeline. Oh, pops the wall there a little bit, but maintains control. Simon slowed down a lot as Sidekick Sandy's now across the finish line. And I don't see Simon. Put. There he is. Yeah, he must have caught something up there as well. Maybe he hit a wall too that the camera didn't catch. But now Sidekick Sandy, my prayers are with you, my dear, as you go up against Priestess. A very angry driver. Priestess had a lead going into Crater Corners, but now it's Sidekick Sandy leading into Calamity Corners. Priestess right on her bumper. Priestess spins out. She stalled out in the Temple turn, and it's Sidekick Sandy that's going to be moving on up. And there's a very angry Priestess, getting angrier by the race. Sidekick Sandy's going to try her Mountain Mojo against Morgan Stark. and Ravager. There they go down the divided straight into Crater Corners. Sandy has the lead, leading down the pipeline, gets a little squiggly there, maintains it, and Morgan's right on her bumper, pushing her down the track. And it's going to be Sidekick Sandy taking down another Totem driver. Wow. Go Sandy. Will Suki Kyoto and Treadpool be able to stop Sidekick Sandy and her ravenous run? Oh, they both synchronized, spun out right there, going into the pipeline, and it hurt Treadpool and Suki more than it did Sandy, as Sandy gets across the finish line with Suki nowhere in sight. There she is, stalled out on Leaky Drive. Sidekick Sandy might be losing that sidekick moniker pretty soon, as she is making herself known to the racing community and to the Totem drivers. There she goes, blazing past Dr. Z across the dragon's spine. The cameraman can't even keep up with her. And across the finish line, knocking down yet another of the Totem drivers. One little, two little, three little Indians. How far can she go? Let's see. Oh, and she's going up against Variant and Dakota Chrome Jamera. This would be good. Variant had a lead going into Crater Corners, but it looks like Sidekick Sandy, yes, leading down the pipeline with Variant glued to her bumper. And he's sticking to her like, I don't, whoa! Not anymore. The fence said, back off, slap and smack, and spun Variant out. Boom. Oh. Good thing that fence has a little bounce in it. But did it come out on the track, or did he go into, I don't know, because all I seen was that fence moving, and smack her. Sidekick Sandy going for that #1 spot against Thunder Girl and that Wildcat. And that P1 really paying off for her during this event, as she is speeding over that finish line under 8 seconds, 7.86. That's a really good time. Flying unencumbered, and zoom, zoom, zoom.
These are the Totem Wars, brother.
Welcome back from the track. How was that? Was it wild enough? Did you get your fill of racing action? I really hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a lot longer than the usual episodes, but we had some fixing and catching up to do. And I'd have to say, we got it done. I know the drivers were feeling it, especially after that third round. But crikey, did we get a whole lot of shaking and taking all up and down the Totem ranks. Going back to the beginning, my mom of Reina 21 Racing faced off against Izzy Goen and Smokescreen. In race 1, Izzy crashed out in Crater Corners, leaving an open track for my mom. In race 2, it was my mom with the handling issues and ended that race parked on the Dragon's spine. So we went to a third race tiebreaker. Both drivers seemed to have little control of their cars, but Izzy was able to limp across the finish line before my mom, ending her run at the Totem. In the second challenge, Sidekick Sandy drew Guardian Parker Lane and Windcharger. In race 1, Sandy glided to a win as Parker seemed to have no charge in his wind. Race 2 was a bumper-to-bumper battle with Parker Lane fighting to hold the lead, and he got a breakaway at the Temple turn, but Sandy came back with a last-second too-late charge. It went to a third deciding race, and neither driver was willing to give way as they raced door-to-door into Calamity Corners, where the speed caught up with Parker, and he lava-caked in that first turn, and Sandy raced to the Totem Driver Challenge. In the Totem Driver Challenge, race 1, in a tight battle to the finish, Jabo couldn't find a way around Sandy, and she sent him back to the garage. Race 2, Sandy was facing Ragin' Ricky of Oregon Outcast, and she had a lead through Calamity Corners, but suddenly lost control and crashed off the Dragon's spine. In race 3, Ragin' Ricky was looking to take down Simon Blaine, but coming out of Crater Corners, Ricky caught the outside wall and jumped on Simon's car, and then fell behind, allowing Simon to take the lead and the win. Race 4 put Simon against Racing Rick of Rick's Diecast Racing. Simon found a little mountain favor as Rick had crashed out exiting Calamity Corners, dropping Rick down one in the ranks and gave Simon a chance to keep moving up. But he had to get a win over Dr. Z, who has been on a blazing tear lately. But with a helping heap of mountain favor, he did just that. After Dr. Z crashed out going into the temple turn, he was able to limp to the finish line, but well after Simon. Then Simon faced Suki Kyoto, hoping the mountain favor would keep him winning, but Suki had other plans, quickly shutting him down and taking the lead in Crater Corners, never looking back. Then in race 7, Suki went up against Priestess. Priestess spun out entering the pipeline, and that was all Suki needed as she flew down to the finish line, knocking Priestess even further down the totem ranks. They say when you're at the top and fall, it's a long ways down, and Priestess has fallen down. In race 8, Suki wanted revenge on Morgan for their last race. The bad blood between these two never stops, even after they cross the finish line, as Morgan laid a hard T-bone on Suki after Suki took her position on the totem. Race 9, Suki saw herself facing Variant, and I would have bet my last dollar that Suki could not have outraced that Kodachrome Chimera, but she was doing it all the way to the cavern turn, where she went high and sideways on the wall, turning into a lava cake. Variant nudged her over and raced to the line, holding his second place rank on the totem. The final race of these challenges put number 1 Thunder Girl against challenger Variant. Variant wanted his number 1 rank back, and after Thunder Girl lost control, crashing out entering the pipeline, he did return to that number 1 spot. Then we got into the midpoint Totem Driver Shakedown. Race 1, it was a matchup between Sidekick Sandy and Ragin' Ricky. It was a close battle through Crater Corners, but just before the pipeline, Sandy put a hard block on Ricky, pinching him into the wall, almost flipping him off the track. Sandy took off and never looked back. Next race, Sandy faced her teammate Racing Rick, and Sandy took a lead with Rick right on her tail because that's how he likes it. But Sandy didn't and took off, extending her lead all the way to a win, dropping her teammate Racing Rick down a notch on the totem. Then we had another battle of the vets with Sandy facing off against Dr. Z, and Sandy tried to crash him out in Calamity Corners, but Z wasn't having it and let her see his distant taillights. Dr. Z was up against Simon Blaine, the man who dropped him like a lava cake a week ago, and Dr. Z took the lead from the gate and never worried about Simon. But the next race, he faced Priestess, someone everyone worries about, especially lately, as she's dropping in rank and getting angrier by the race. Dr. Z led every mile down the mountain, and Priestess had no answer for him. In race 6, Dr. Z went against Morgan Stark, which started out close, but quickly changed as Morgan got up on the wall, giving Dr. Z the lead and the eventual win. Now Dr. Z had to face Suki Kyoto if he wanted to get up any further in the ranks. In every prior race, Suki was his stopper. Suki made it hard on him till she pushed too hard and crashed out in Calamity Corners, allowing Dr. Z to take the win and the rank up. Then he faced Thunder Girl and her Wildcat. Dr. Z took off in a blaze and was winning until that fence jumped out and punched him out, allowing Thunder Girl to pass and steal back the win. And that took us to a face-off between Thunder Girl and Variant. Both of them have been trading off that first and second rank the last few weeks, and this time it was Thunder Girl's turn at number 1 again. And now we go into Alex Blaze's challenge, the daily trifecta, if you will. Alex versus 10th ranked Ragin' Ricky. And the race was over before it began when Ricky smacked the wall in Crater Corners and crashed out, taking himself out of the Totem ranks. Alex went on to face Racing Rick, but Rick had no plans to take over the lava seat. But it turned out neither driver got across the finish line, and we moved on to the next two drivers, Sidekick Sandy and Simon Blaine. Sandy easily took the win and moved up to take on a very angry and embattled Priestess. Priestess had the lead, but only for a fleeting moment as Sandy took over, with Priestess trying to pit maneuver the Crimson Comet. It backfired and Priestess was the one spinning out. Next, Sandy was taking on Morgan, Stark, and Ravager. Door to door, then bumper to bumper, Sandy led the way to a win and a rank up the totem. Suki Kyoto was next in line. She's been a stopper for Dr. Z because she stopped the ravenous run of Sidekick Sandy. The answer was no, and now Sidekick Sandy was looking to take out the other rising star of Season 3, Dr. Z. And that's exactly what she did, pretty much coasting her way down to the finish line. In the next race, she got ahead of Variant, but Variant wasn't going away quietly. He stayed glued to her bumper until the fence ripped his chances away, like pulling tape off of your private parts. Ouch. Why are you taping your private parts? I don't want to know. Moving on. Sidekick Sandy faced the number one driver, Thunder Girl. If Vegas was taking bets on this race, odds would favor Thunder Girl. But never overlook the underdog. It was over for Thunder Girl before the pipeline as she broke loose, losing momentum and allowing Sandy to pull far ahead. Sandy blasted over the finish line and into the number one rank in the Totem Driver's Den. And that's a triple wrap on today's trifecta of racing. The sun set over the OMR a while ago, so it's time to wave the checkered flag on this broadcast. Thank you all for tuning in. I do hope you enjoyed today's racing. Give that thumbs up a click and leave your thoughts in the comments. And please share the GDM channel with others. Until the next race, aloha from the island. Have a good day, a good night. May the spirit of aloha fill your days. Share a smile with someone, and always keep your roof to the sun. Mahalo.